the vagina does not stand at a 180-degree angle, so you don't squat and then shove it up. It's not up, you push it in at an angle. So disclaimer, this is one of those videos where I'm relaxing and I'm coming to you as a friend or as a member of this community or woman to woman. I'm coming for you and your habits. I brought with me tampons. This is a tampon with an applicator, so don't worry, it's not actually it's the same, the thing that you'll get from in here is the same size as this. It's the same brand, same absorbency, same size. It's just that this has an applicator. So these are called applicator tampons. Yeah, I'm not gonna be heavy on the editing this one, so I'll just be correcting myself as we go. The difference in size between this and this is because of absorbency. Like I said, the difference between tampons is typically absorbency. So this would be a regular flow tampon and this would be a light flow tampon. So if you are a person who prefers to use tampons all throughout your period, you'll begin with the light flow, say day 1, because it's not, well, for some people it's not very hectic, and then day 2, and then there's a bigger one than this that you can use for day 3 and 4, and then day 5 you go back to this, and then day 6 you go to the smallest or the lightest flow tampon there is. So putting on a tampon, I'm not going to use this one because obviously it already has an applicator and I may or may not know how to use it. Yeah, seriously, no, it just always feels, because, okay, let me show you. It looks like this. So like I said, the tampon, it's about the size. This is just a hollow cylindrical thing that you use. You push it in and then you're gonna push this and the string will start to come out. So but with the normal tampon you use your finger, and so how we insert how we insert the tampon is, obviously, first things first, wash your hands with soap and rinse, because the second thing is to find a comfortable position. So some people prefer to lie on their back, other people prefer to stand and raise one leg like to an elevated surface, so maybe a chair, a bed, a stool, or whatever you will find is most comfortable for you. And then I would say guide your tampon. Now comes the part when you say it. I say guide your tampon with your middle finger, because generally I think the middle finger is able to push the tampon further than any other finger, because I don't imagine. So middle finger, I would say, but each to their own. Do what's most comfortable for you or what works for you. But again, I would say your middle finger. And then yeah, you guide it. By this time the string, that this string, it will have, as soon as you unwrap this thing, it comes out and it starts dangling like this. You're supposed to push this the furthest it can go without making the string disappear into the vagina. But you can't, for the sake of the string, leave it too close to the opening, because you're gonna feel it when it starts filling up, when it starts absorbing your menstrual blood. It thickens almost and you will start to feel it. So push it in, like make sure it goes in, and so that you don't feel it. Yeah, I've heard of people who say they feel it, so that's not supposed to happen. and it cannot get lost in your vaginal canal. It's about, I think, 3 inches deep. Is it depth or high? Because it's 3 inches deep, and there's the string. And sometimes, yeah, there's instances where you may need to go fishing for the string and end up at a doctor's office if you lose the string. So don't be overzealous in how you are trying to push it to avoid feeling it. But yeah, a balance of not feeling it and having the string. How you dispose it is you wrap it with, say, toilet paper, and you throw it away in your she bin. Don't flush tampons. I know it's tempting because it looks this small, but it clogs pipes. So wrap it up nicely and in a clean manner and throw it into the she bin like you would dispose of any other sanitary products. How we insert, oh, in the inserting part, I forgot to mention that the vagina does not stand at a 180-degree angle. So you don't squat and then shove it up. It's not up. You push it in at an angle. So I would say 30, 45 degrees, but it will guide you. Your body will guide you. The canal you will feel it, and you will start to feel the space and where you need to go. But the reason sometimes people say it hurts or it's uncomfortable is because you're trying to push it in at a 180 degree, and yeah, no, don't do that. So yeah, that's how you insert a tampon properly. And then when you're done inserting, before the disposing comes the part where you wash your hands again and go about your business. And now guess the part where we get into some of these myths. And yeah, I'm gonna be reading what I have here and then sharing with you guys what I know to be true. But like I said, this is girl talk, so you're welcome to share some of your own experiences, and maybe you send this information and some of it I may not even be aware of. But so let's get started. You shouldn't sleep with the tampon in. I know, sleep. I mean, unless, I think the only concern with this would be how long you sleep for, because we're supposed to change your tampon every 4 to, like, no longer, at most 6 hours. But it's not like, even if you get your full 8 hours of rest, if you're gonna remove it first thing when you wake up and freshen up, then I don't see what the harm could be. And it's always dark in there. I don't think your vagina knows if it's day or night. So no, sleep with your tampon in. I mean, what would be the difference between sleeping and taking a nap? If so you could. So no, sleep with your tampon in. Tampons take away your virginity. Yeah, no, this is the oldest one. In fact, I was expecting this one. A tampon is a period tool or device, or it serves to protect you or to help us with hygiene, and virginity has to do with sex. Tampons, periods have nothing to do with sex, so it doesn't take away your virginity. And it's not, because some people will argue that it may tear your hymen, and you can go horse riding and have that thing tear. It's a muscle. No, it has nothing to do with virginity. This is actually very sad, because some people believe this, and yeah, it does a lot of damage. It's one of those things where you read about practices like virginity testing, and the hymen can break or change shape because of weight or age or physical activity like exercises, or, like I've already said, horseback riding. And yeah, there's too much we attach to this hymen thing, and yeah, there's practices, and just tampons have nothing to do. Let me just not delve into the things I'm not here to talk about, but tampons don't break virginity. Tampons can get lost inside you. I said this in one of my videos. Not I said this, I alluded to this, and they don't get lost. The string can disappear, and like I said, your gynae might have to go fishing to find it, but it's in there somewhere, 3 inches deep, and it's closed up by the cervix, so it will not get lost. And some people say in your stomach, your digestive system, how do we go with your reproductive system, so your tampon will not get lost in your stomach. Yeah, sometimes the string might do a thing, but no, it won't get lost. Just be careful not to lose the string, but again, it's in there somewhere, so lost is it's not the right word. You shouldn't use a tampon with your first period, baby girl. If you're old enough to have periods, you're old enough to use tampons. Even if it's the first period, you can absolutely use tampons. The issue might be with regards to comfort and yeah, needing to learn your body properly at that age and figuring out what works best for you. But if you decide, hey, I just had my first period and I would like to use a tampon, go ahead, learn how to use it properly so that you don't hurt yourself and then PTSD at a tampon from your first ever experience. But yeah, you can absolutely use tampons with your first period. Yeah. Tampons stretch out your vagina. No. Girl, babies come from... No, tampons don't stretch out your vagina. Toxic shock syndrome. I will speak about this. I think I will do a separate video. I know I've said I will speak about toxic shock syndrome in this video, but yeah, toxic shock syndrome is a real thing. It can be caused by tampons. In fact, I've only ever heard about but yeah, we mostly speak about toxic shock syndrome in the context of tampon use. So I'm deciding I'll do a separate video on that because I don't want this to be too long. Okay, this is the one I want to, because yeah. But tampons have asbestos. Or tampons, organic tampons. Okay, so tampons contain asbestos. No, these things go through testing and we put them in our bodies. Arguably one of the most sensitive parts of your body. I do not think the FDA or whatever regulatory body or whoever approves these things, no, it doesn't contain asbestos. But I suppose it's one of those things I would need to understand, like why a person would say that, or why a person believes that, or where you would hear about such a thing, or I would go off and research. But asbestos there. Organic tampons are safer than non-organic tampons. I'm gonna say no. I don't want to delve into the issues of environment and such, but better, I'm only gonna speak about better in the context of periods. So no, if you've ever come across tampons that are not 100% organic cottons, please let me know in the comments what other type of materials are used to make tampons, and then maybe I will have a better understanding of what organic is versus what non-organic tampons are. Yeah, comment guys, I'm learning. And the last one, okay, so This one says, should you change your tampon every time you pee? So you pee through your urethra, né? And your blood, it comes out from your vagina. It's pee, so you can hold the string and 100% make sure you don't pee on it. But now it seems like a lot of admin, and if you've watched this channel long enough, you know I don't like admin. So with peeing, I would say, yeah, of course, there's a conversation to be had about that. It just depends on preference. With regards to using the bathroom for bowel movement, we always say wipe from front to back so that you don't introduce E. coli to your urethra or your vagina and then get infections. If you're on your period and there's the string and you are wiping, because if you're peeing, some people wipe, and it means if there's been a bowel movement, you're gonna wipe from the urethra past the vagina where there's the string to the anus, ne? So the string might, how wipe go with the tissue back there. So you see, it's not that it's a sure thing every single time you use the bathroom for bowel movement you're gonna catch something or try to wipe and then, you know. But I sincerely do not think it's worth all of this mental gymnastics of figuring out why not just take it out every time you use the bathroom. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's a sure thing you will get an infection. I mean, even the thought is gross, but I would say take it out. This is my opinion. Why not just take it out? So, but yeah, that's it. Thank you for staying until the end. I will do the toxic shock syndrome as a separate video. So yeah, don't forget to ask those questions. Don't forget to teach me about organic versus inorganic tampons, and share with someone who may believe some of these myths. And yeah, let's continue the conversation here in the comments and across all social media platforms. So share with a friend of a friend of a friend. See you in my next video, guys.